representing Franchise Secrets, Erik Von Horn.
When should a franchisor have a franchise advisory council? And really, what's the purpose of that from the franchisor's perspective and from the franchisee's perspective? So, franchise advisory council, I've been a part of brands that have it, that don't have it, and have been a part of brands that have it's called a fake FAC, fake advisory council, because the franchisor is one that said, I'm going to handpick who's going on there, and I'm going to pick the people that are yes people to the franchisor. And that, in my opinion, is not really what a franchise advisory council is like. So from a franchisee's perspective, and I've been on an advisory council before, from a franchisee's perspective, I like franchise advisory councils because there's one person that I can go to and have conversations that represent me or my area or my zone as a franchisee. And I can go to them and they can you can have a meeting, listen to a lot of the different franchisees in a particular region or however they have that set up. And now they can capture all that data, and it's not just one franchisee that's the loud voice in there. They can get really good feedback because it's not necessarily going to the franchisor. Now, let's say all the advisory council members get together. There's 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 of them, and they get all of that collective feedback, and they are able to deliver that feedback to the franchisor without the franchisor having a specific mindset like, oh, this is coming from the franchisee who doesn't do anything right ever, or this is coming from the franchisee who does everything right always. The feedback is coming from a collective group, and the advisory council has packaged up all these different conversations, able to present it and have that relationship with the franchisor to really discuss things and how to help the franchise system as a whole move forward. Think about it as a partnership. If everyone's aligned as a partner in a business, I'm always thinking about the business entity versus just me. So in other words, if I have to make a decision for one of the partnerships that I'm in, I'm not thinking I'm making a decision based on what I want out of this decision. I'm basing it out of, if I was a board member and I was sitting on the seat of this board and I had to make a decision for the health of this company, what would that decision be? It's very much the same in like the franchise advisory council franchisee meeting. The franchisor has to be successful. They have to make money. They have to be able to provide the resources to be able to help you as franchisees. And yet the franchisees have to have the ability to be able to make decisions and to innovate and to do the things that they needed to do to be able to make the money that they need to make to be able to be in business, to scale and grow their particular business into multiple units, multiple locations, maybe even multiple brands. So it's about the health of the franchise as a whole. And if the decisions are made that way, it's a great thing. So a franchise advisory council from a franchisor's perspective, it can be, if the right people are on it that can listen to the feedback versus just, be a complaining mechanism, then it's a really good solution. Now, I've spoken with many franchisors over the years, and they've always said, we love franchise advisory councils because that's how we make decisions. That's how we learn, and that's how we grow, and that's how franchise systems get better. So I am a big fan of franchise advisory councils. You don't maybe you're part of an emerging brand and you're thinking, I don't have a franchise advisory council. That's okay. You don't need one if the brand's just getting started, and maybe that's in their plan. So give an emerging brand some slack if they don't have an advisory council yet. And maybe you could be the volunteer, one of the original volunteers to be on the franchise advisory council to start having that collaborative relationship with the franchisor.